Every year, streets across the country and world go from looking like this to something a little more interesting. But are these parades really based in holiday cheer, or do they have a more sinister background? Okay, I admit it, it's really not that sinister. The history of the parade goes back all the way to 2000 BC, to the earliest recordings we have from the Babylonian Empire. They celebrated their new year with a parade consisting of statues of their gods and rituals in the streets. And one of these rituals actually involved beating up their own king. This form of religious parade dominated throughout history and persists all the way to today. I mean, next time you're at a Christmas parade, just count the number of churches and nativity scenes you see. Parades are and always have been a way to celebrate worship to a higher power through dance, floats, and song. Gods aren't the only higher power to be celebrated at parades, though. And that brings us back to 223 BC, when the Roman consul Marcus Claudius Marcellus returned home after a great military victory in a chariot. He was celebrated in the streets by both civilians and soldiers alike. That's an early example of a military parade that shows the start of a tradition of celebrating military dominance that's never really subsided. Even the first parades in America were military parades. George Washington relied heavily on military parades in the Revolutionary War to boost morale for soldiers and the citizens of the towns. This philosophy later grew into the creation of the Great White Fleet under Theodore Roosevelt that paraded the ships all around the world. Many countries still hold military parades to help their citizens feel safe and to tell other countries not to mess with them. Even the town I live in holds a Veterans Parade, which is a way that we show honor to those that served in our military. Parades are awesome ways to come together as a community. They're full of local churches, businesses, and almost always school bands. But it's important to note that parades did start out as celebrations of pagan worship and military dominance. I always think that the best way to honor our past is to remember it, so be curious about the origins of some of our popular traditions. Oh, and let me know your favorite parade in the comments below.